Greetings from afar. Well, not really from afar, because as you can see, I'm in my classroom. Naughty, naughty. This is where I'll be doing some videos and some teaching while we do our online lessons. So I hope you guys enjoy. I want to start off just quickly by introducing you to a revision topic on erosion and weathering. I think it's really important that we understand the concepts of erosion for us to be able to do all the applied questions, especially in exams and for other tasks that we do. So to start off, I want to just go over the difference between erosion and weathering, and then look at the couple very important erosional processes that are crucial for you to understand, both for rivers and coasts. Now, erosion is when rock is worn away and taken from one place to another place. So if you think about erosion in a river, it's eroded in the upper and middle course where the flow of the water is quicker, and all the material that's eroded gets taken away and will be deposited where the water force is much less. Weathering is where rocks are slowly worn away through different things like rain, changes in temperature, wind, and that is that's when it wears rock away. It doesn't necessarily transport the rock or move the materials, but it just wears it away over time. There are four main concepts when we get to erosion, or four main processes, and that is abrasion, attrition, corrosion, and hydraulic action. Now, all four of those we've learned. We know what abrasion is. Abrasion is when rocks actually bash up against the banks of the river or the bed, where they roll along the bed and wear that away, the river away. That's the actual rocks breaking up against them. That's abrasion. Attrition is when the rocks, let's give you an example here. Two rocks bash up against each other, and slowly the rocks start to break away, start to peel off, bits start to break off, and the rocks then wear away. Whether the rock stuck into the river bed or the river bank and another rock bashed up against it and they start to break off, that is attrition, pebbles and rocks breaking away and becoming smaller. Corrosion is when you have acidic minerals and materials in the water that actually wears the rock away, wears down little bits of rock through the acids. That's corrosion. It's a chemical process. And then hydraulic action is the sheer force of the water that gets into cracks in the river bed and the river banks, and it forces its way into those cracks and then actually makes them widen. So the actual water, hydraulic action, the water breaks up parts of the river and erodes it in that way. Now we'll get to hydraulic action when we get to coasts and look at how important hydraulic action is when we talk about waves. We have destructive waves and constructive waves. But when we talk about rivers, we want those four main things: abrasion, rocks breaking up against the river beds and banks; attrition, two rocks breaking apart; hydraulic action is the water, the force of the water eroding the river; and corrosion, which is the chemicals, the acid in the water that is dissolving those minerals and in the rocks.